Tom to Supercars TV 99. The Honda Rebel 500 exists in a fascinating and somewhat contradictory space within the motorcycling world. On paper, it is an entry-level cruiser, a machine designed to usher new riders into the lifestyle with a manageable engine displacement and a seat height that instills confidence. Yet, to dismiss it as merely a beginner bike is to miss the point entirely. In reality, the Rebel 500 has become a cultural icon, a blank canvas, and a surprisingly competent machine that appeals to everyone from freshly licensed teenagers to grizzled, experienced veterans who have forgotten more about riding than most of us will ever know. At its core, the Rebel 500 is a masterclass in simplicity and design. Honda took the spirit of the original Rebel, a bike that defined the entry-level cruiser market for decades, and dragged it kicking and screaming into the modern era. The result is a machine that feels timeless. It sheds the chrome-heavy, bulky aesthetic of traditional cruisers in favor of a minimalist, bobber-inspired look. The lines are clean, the silhouette is slim, and the matte finishes available give it an understated, almost industrial coolness that looks far more expensive than its modest price tag suggests. It doesn't try to be a muscle cruiser, it's perfectly content being a lean, mean, urban assault machine. Powering this modern classic is a 471cc parallel twin engine, a power plant Honda has refined to near perfection. This is not a motor built to intimidate with brutal acceleration or to set your neck muscles on fire. Instead, it is built to be used. It produces smooth, linear power that is accessible and fun. You can wring its neck through the gears without immediately breaking the speed limit, which is a joyful experience often lost on modern hyper-naked bikes. It pulls cleanly from low revs, making city riding a breeze, and has enough passing power on the highway to keep you out of trouble. It's an engine that encourages you to play, to shift gears just for the sake of hearing the exhaust note, and to simply enjoy the act of moving. But perhaps the most compelling argument for the Rebel 500 is its physical presence, or lack thereof. With a low seat height of 27.2 inches, it is one of the most accessible motorcycles on the market. This isn't just a boon for shorter riders, it's a confidence booster for everyone. Being able to plant both feet flat on the ground at a stoplight removes a layer of anxiety and allows you to focus on the world around you. The bike is also incredibly light and narrow, making it feel more like a bicycle than a 400-pound motorcycle when you're threading it through traffic or backing it out of a tight parking spot. This low center of gravity translates directly into fun in the corners, where the Rebel can be flicked from side to side with a playful ease that larger cruisers simply cannot match. Perhaps the most significant factor in the Rebel 500's enduring popularity is its role as a cultural canvas. Look at the parking lot of any major motorcycle rally, and you will see Rebels transformed. The aftermarket community has embraced this bike with a passion usually reserved for Harley-Davidsons or cafe racers. Owners strip them down, bob them out, turn them into Brat-style street trackers, or dress them up for long-distance touring. Its simple, tubular frame and lack of unnecessary plastic cladding make it an ideal platform for personal expression. Your Rebel can look exactly like your neighbor's, or it can be a one-of-a-kind reflection of your own style. In the end, the Honda Rebel 500 defies simple categorization. It is a beginner bike that never feels like a compromise. It is a small displacement cruiser that can hang with the big boys on a twisty back road. It is a factory-produced machine that begs to be customized. It represents freedom and approachability in a world where motorcycles are often becoming too powerful, too expensive, and too complicated. The Rebel 500 strips it all back to the basics: a comfortable seat, a willing engine, 2 wheels, and the open road. And in doing so, it reminds us exactly why we fell in love with riding in the first place.